And Damiano Caruso also there, and Nathan Haas absolutely flying for Garmin.
Edmondson it is, by the looks of it, coming across.
Well, it's been great work from the Great Britain team. Got a late invite to the race and have shown the jersey well, at least, as you say, from Josh Edmondson in the previous couple of days. Certainly justified their selection. Look at the size of these crowds.
Massive crowds, aren't they? They know that they'll all be local here. They'll know exactly where they need to be on this circuit, and they know that this is a tight, narrow, tough spot. And a brilliant, fantastic vantage point to see the back end of this Tour of Britain.
Do you know what I love is the crowds are absolutely huge, but they're giving the riders enough space, so there's none of that danger that they're going to get knocked over by another rider as this leading group takes a little breather across the top. And Jonathan Tiernan-Locke is not going to come to the front and start driving the pace. One wouldn't expect he will, at least. Back on Lelay, trying to get back into contention. Great Britain riders also involved and caught in between groups, but it's shattered into groups of like 3 and 4 riders on this real leg breaker of a climb.
Bar Hatch Lane, 1 in 4 gradient, the final King of the Mountains climb of this year's Tour of Britain, and John Tiernan-Locke of Endura Racing has forced a split of a few riders that have actually caught the breakaway. The crowd's been fantastic up here. It'll be interesting to see what happens on this very, very tricky descent.
This is Simon Richardson on the front again. He's made it over the top in first place, so extremely well ridden. As I said before, he is one of the strongest climbers that we've got on the domestic scene.
That's a superb performance by Simon Richardson. He's been out the front all day and clearly was very strong on the hills and able to hang on in there when the team NetApp led the charge up along with Jonathan Tiernan-Locke, Damiano, Caruso et al. And Simon Richardson clearly descending well as well. It's a good combination. The group behind not too far away. One wonders if Richardson might be better advised to save a little bit of energy here. So motorbike in between the Moto 1's in between the group behind. So this group have established a decent advantage. And this could well be the selection that fights out the stage honour. Still a long way to go, though.
There's a long way to go, and if Cavendish can stay anyway up the front of the peloton, then any of his teammates who are around him, it looks like we've lost 2 already. Bernie Eisel and Jeremy Hunt seem to be going out of the back.
So the riders up front being led by Simon Richardson of IG Sigma Sport, and there's a crash in the peloton. And
Subrandi, I think, is it? Yeah. Walter Subrandi, big like crash, and one of the GB riders as well.
Yeah, it's Walter Subrandi of team IG Sigma Sport, and as you say, one of the Great Britain underage riders as the race leaders up front.
Yeah, Paul Voss there from Endura just being told, no, whoa, whoa, we don't need to do anything, just hold it in.
So 25 miles to go for this group up front. Team NetApp, not surprisingly, setting the pace, and Jonathan Tiernan-Locke showing no huge enthusiasm about going to the front, but he'll sit there in 3rd place. He does have a bit of company, and that's important.
These riders up front here really did use that first category climb, that short climb, but a steep climb. It's a great launch pad to animate this race. But this man here
gives a shake of the head.
He's got to be confident. Yeah, he's just telling Paul Voss, listen, we've split this race up. There's not a problem. Just keep your eye on the numbers. There's one guy to look out for.
Ah, that's a cool head, isn't it? That really is a cool head from Jonathan Tiernan-Locke. He's controlling and making the decisions for himself and for his team. And he's relatively inexperienced, but of course he is a winner. As up front, Rally GAC has managed to get involved. Back on Lelay, Euskaltel too.
These 3 riders, Liam Holohan, Jack Bobridge, Orica GreenEDGE, and Sanchez, just trying to go clear. At the moment, Sanchez, he's in 14th place at 5:53.
Great effort from Jack Bobridge to get involved here, because looked a little bit tired across the top of the last climb. Wasn't quite as sprightly as Simon Richardson, but he's on this descent absolutely powering clear, and they have a nice advantage over, is that it? And I think it could well be Leopold Koenig of Team NetApp in between. desperately trying to get back on terms, but he has a little look behind and sees the group coming up behind. So 10 seconds now between these three riders and the group behind, and this is a group that's expanding in size. Group of 5 chasing a group of 3, and behind is the jersey a little bit further back. It's Jack Bobridge that seems most exercised. Liam Holohan doing great work for Rally GAC. Samuel Sanchez, the Olympic champion of 2008 and involved for so much of yesterday's action, clearly showing that he's recovering well ahead of the World Road Race Championships next week.